how would you know? If you don't try, how would you know it works? Only in trying the things that others do not dare to try would you eventually find out how things turn out. My name is Denise Dennis Wall, and it's the last day of the month of January 2024. What's up? What's up? How you doing? It's a Wednesday. I know. By 1 o'clock, we're gonna be done with this relationship. However, we'll try to make the most of it, as we always do. After training stories, we'll have recorded programs, and then, of course, talking figures with Chioma Ezenwafo. I found the conversation she'll be having pretty interesting, talking about, genius or gamble. The federal government have decided to move crude to what's it called now? CBN. Yes, move crude oil sales from NNPC to CBN. I think she'll be having Igwe Achese, the immediate past president of Nupeng. So you may want to look out for that particular conversation. What are we talking about? Let's talk about breaking bad news. Meanwhile, how's your mind? How's your soul? And how is your body? You can head on to our social media handles. On X, we are at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Be a part of the conversation by watching us live and dropping your comments in the comment section. Soon I'll be calling out the phone lines so I can take your calls and also take your messages via Telegram and WhatsApp as well. Having said that, shall we begin our first conversation for today?
It's natural to have different ideologies. We tend to see things from different perspectives. So, share your views on the sunny side.
To the sunny side, you see, people have fainted, had cardiac arrest, and even died after hearing or receiving a bad news. And one begins to wonder, is it the manner it was broken, or is it the news itself that led to such reactions? Now, in the medical field, breaking bad news well, not just breaking the bad news, but breaking bad news well, is an essential skill for all doctors. I mean, it is something they will do hundreds, if not thousands of times in their professional career. So you rush someone to the hospital, and before you know it, the family members or the loved ones and the people that brought the person, doctor, what is it? Doctor, how is she? Doctor, how is she? Doctor, what's going on there? Doctor is saying, calm down, just calm down. You see, we tried our best, but it turns out that, I want you to know that, if there was anything more we could do, we probably would have done it. We're so sorry. And you hear somebody screaming, no! And the nurses will come and they'll try to calm the person, and the doctor, what is wrong with me? Doctor will be like, okay, so from the results we've carried out, I want you to know that all hope is not lost. We discovered that you have XYZ disease. Now we'll talk more about the doctors and their skillfulness after this commercial break. back to the conversation. So as I was saying, those in the medical profession, they have sort of found a way around, breaking bad news to loved ones and to people who need to hear the news. However, it may not be the same for people that are not medical professionals. You see, away from the medical field are several instances that a bad news will need to be delivered to those concerned. I mean, the passing of a loved one via an accident or any other way, fire incidents leading to deaths and loss of properties, as witnessed at YKC yesterday, and even at Nembe Jetty, and the several other places where we've had fire incidents from December up until date. How about the kidnapping of loved ones? Or someone was shot, shots were fired, and before you know it, someone got hit by the bullet. But it's not a pleasant news. Your warehouse got burnt. Oh, your containers that were coming on the high sea, they sank. How are you supposed to take all of that? So let's assume that, in the case of the loss of a loved one, I do know this for a fact that sometimes everyone that knows usually would, between themselves agree on who is going to deliver the news to mama. Papa is gone. How are we going to tell mama that her husband of over 40 years is no more? And they say, okay, let Chinedu tell mama. Chinedu say, no, if I tell mama, I'll be crying, The other person says, okay, let Amaka do it. Amaka! No, we don't want to lose our mother as well. If Amaka tells the mommy, that is, we are going to lose her because, so it already tells that there is some sort of skill that is required to break the news. When I heard the news of my grandmother's passing, I was on air. I was on air. It was on the Sunday Vibe. I was right here having a conversation. Like where I was taking calls, I was reading messages, and I saw my younger sister's call. And my younger sister, I know, sort of knows my work schedule. So she wouldn't call me at certain times. When I saw that call, after not hearing from her for a very long time, I said something was wrong. Now, yes, my grandmother has been sick for almost the time I have known her. Like, she literally lives on drugs every day. She couldn't even make it for my traditional marriage. In short, some people in the family did not make it because someone had to stay back and look after her while every other person, was all about the plans and everything. So, I wasn't expecting her to die yet. Don't get me wrong, okay? So when I saw the call, I already sensed that something was wrong. I didn't want to pick it, but then I did. And I could hear my younger sister crying. And I said, what is it? She said, ma, sis, it's mama, it's ma. What is it? What is it? I don't know, sis, I don't know. What happened? Say, mama collapsed. I said, okay, I will call you back. And I called my significant other. And I told him, please, call Joan. I don't know what is going on, but be in touch with her. I am going back on air. And I knew it had happened. But something in me just could not end my show and not continue. So yes, she was terrible at breaking the news to me. In fact, when I was done with the show, I called her back. Now my husband already knew because he was in touch with her. He didn't tell me. When I called her back, this was what I said to her. She's dead, Abby. He said, yes, so I said, it's all right, calm down. Where is mommy? She said, mommy, everybody went to the mortuary or hospital or something like that. And before you knew it, I was making plans to travel down to the village. This is one of the instances, okay? I don't know why, whether it was because it was my grandmother or it was because to a certain level, professionalism would not let me feel the emotions I would ordinarily have felt What if I had taken that call when I was at home and I didn't have to think about work? Would my reaction be a lot different? So this is it, yeah? Is it the manner it was broken, the news? Or is it the news itself? I mean, there's no better way to say something that will make it not true. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. There's no better way. It is the truth. It is the reality. Fire don't burn your house. Oh, your goods have been burned. Oh, it's happened. It's the news. But I'm saying that the way you pass the news, and it seems like maybe it's the news or maybe it's the manner. I don't know. But those people that faint, those people that get cardiac arrest, those people that die while receiving these bad news. And that is why I'm asking two questions. How skilled are you in breaking bad news? How skilled are you in breaking bad news? Does the way a bad news is broken to you determine how you react to the news? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0003. The smart number is 070 0923 0923 070 0923 0923. You can send us a message on WhatsApp and on Telegram. The WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416 0809 030 6416. On X, we are at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. A call screener is always in standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear would not be my voice, but that of the call screener. I love it when you listen, but guess what? When you call and you engage, the conversation is far more interesting. Now I have Ken from Ubimini. Hi Ken, how you doing today? Welcome.
Good morning, Dennis. Good afternoon, Dennis.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you very much. You see, you reminded me of one nasty, ugly story. When a woman visited my cousin at Lagos for an omungo. Unfortunately to that old woman, her son was going for work. On the process of going to that work, the guy got accident and died. Now, this my cousin at home in Lagos, tricking this woman. The woman did not perceive anything until we sent her back to Ubimini here, where she finally got the news. For 2 weeks, the woman did not know that her son was dead, and the Omungo woman elsewhere was taken care of. So it was in our community here that she heard about her son's death, and the woman was shouting, even blaming my cousin for not allowing her to know or to hear that story upstairs. So for me, I believe that tricking or not disclosing the news instantly to the concerned people is raising another tension on the person that may lead to collapse.
Okay, not telling the person early leads to another problem. So opines Ezekiel. Zion from GRA, welcome to the sunny side. Talk to me.
Yeah, Desquare, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is not what you say, but how did you say it?
Okay.
In our African cultures and traditions, even the king has special people that broke message to him. Not anybody and not anyhow. No, a special person that broke news to the king. You see, in the military science, there's what we call exothermic reaction. It's a special course for such training. I'll talk about the bomb. What kills? It is that sound, and because it is sudden, it tears the tissue. That is what kills people when bomb blast. But if you see the bomb, it's dropping, you see, you can now calculate and take a particular step. In that process, your tissues are already gathered to wage the sound. So what will happen to you? We just fall down, unconscious and so on. So news are. There is a way you explain the news to somebody, they will just collapse. That sounds like a bomb. For instance, let me put it on this other direction. For instance, you want to tell your uncle, Oga, your shop, fire don't catch you, and everything burns ground. If you try that kind of information, that man must collapse. But what do? Uncle, na fire. Fire for where? You see the short seconds, his brain don't calculate. Is it my shop? Is it my car? Is it my neighbor? Is it from the... Give period, don't short period, because that's how the human brain moves. You are stabilized. So when so where the fire catch? Oga, na fire, do what the thing be. My mouth no go fit talk. All these few seconds is composing himself. At your shop, that will be the response. Oh, my shop. What can happen now? You see now, you have survived giving the information for that shock not to kill the person like the bomb.
Okay.
But when you just cover, Uncle, fire don't catch you, when everything don't go, it's so bad. Uncle go just collapse even before you go finish talking. So it is how you give the information and not what the kind of information you give.
All right, thank you, Zion. Steve from Rumahola. Hi, Steve. Welcome to the sunny side. Talk to me.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, it's still a new year. Happy New Year. Welcome.
That reminds me what happened to me in 2007. When I had a distress call while I was in the office. Not that my younger sister had died already. So
Steve, are you okay?
yes, I'm okay.
All right, go ahead.
So when the call came, I never know that my younger sister was dead. That I had a call and why are they calling me like this? About 20 persons call me in a minute. There's something wrong. Before they now call Fancy then, she came to my office and sat down peacefully, see me walking. I said, why are they calling me? She said, I should call, let's go. I said, what happened? I'm in office, working. So if I leave now, what happened? What happened? Tell me. Did you hear anything from the village? Because I'm carrying a lot of, I'm receiving a lot of calls here.
Calls, yeah.
She said, I should call, let's go. I said, is my mother dead? No. Do you want me to leave, why do you want me to leave the office at this time? Say my younger sister is sick and they have taken her to BMH. Is that all? Okay. Just cool and let me finish what I'm doing in the office, we will go. She patiently waited. And she informed that my friend that was in the office. Then my friend in my office said I should just stand down. So what happened? Is my mother dead? So no. That is the only thing I know that can move me. So we moved to BMH. Not knowing that the girl had already died anywhere there. I moved to BMH to walk off the whole wall. I see her. I didn't see any of my relation there. Before one of them called me, I should come to Rumujina that she's unconscious, that I'm too big to be lied for. Tell me what happened. Before she said, I should just hope myself that my younger sister is late. I said, is that all? I said, okay, I'm coming. I now drove down to the clinic in Rumuji and saw her dead. So I was not so moved that I will leave the job, because if I leave that job at that time, I will have a problem in the office. So I have to comport myself and finish what I was doing and told my boss that this is a call I have been receiving, so let me go. And he said, okay, go. And I went back. So, thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Nigerian folk, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Dennis, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for calling from Rumaolu.
Eto, you're welcome.
Happy New Year once again.
Happy New Year.
DGW,
Yes, sir.
I've prepared my mind and conditioned myself to the extent whereby if I see maybe the phone was not always with me and I see missed call coming to my phone like 20 times, I've already conditioned my heart and my soul that there is something happening. So whatever news that will break down to me, I will be able to absorb it. Except the thing come without no information, without no nothing, and just seeing it on our way. That is when it will shock me. But when I see missed calls like many times I can see, it will not shock me. Because that moment I will condition my mind something is going wrong. And irrespective of whatever that happens, I will be able to compose myself. So every man should be able to take this from his heart, so that you will not have heart attack.
All right.
So that is the way I condition it, I put it.
Okay.
So thank you, my dear sister.
Thank you, my dear brother. Uzo from Elingbu. Hi, Uzo. Welcome. Talk to me.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Dennis.
Good afternoon, Uzo.
How do you do?
I'm good. How do you do?
I'm fine. Okay, based on the topic of discourse, for me, sir, there is nothing that happened to me that will really make me to be very apprehensive, because one, that something that looks like almost the worst that happened to me. So I lost my mom last 2 years, and when that happened, it was like a hell to me. I never believed that I could come out from it, seriously. I never believed I could come out from it. So I don't think that would be new to me, and that would make me lose my heart. No.
Okay. So for you think that you are prepared to receive whatever bad news at all?
I'm prepared, but I'm not prepared anyway. I'm prepared.
You are
I'm not
prepared.
prepared that anyway. Then secondly, please, I want to make a suggestion. Please, though it's not related to what I was saying, please, I'd like you to please ask the management to please to do this program, whereby people that lost contact with their mates, classmates in primary or secondary school or workplace or elsewhere, can as well just call into the program, explain themselves, put the number and the rest of it. How about that? I think that is okay.
All right, so we've heard you, Uzo. We've heard. Thank you, Uzo. Thank you. Nigerian, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How's everything?
Everything is good. Talk to me.
Yeah, thank God. I am Ferdinand from Boko.
Ferdinand, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's the matter you're handling. It depends on how somebody has programmed his life. Like I, as a truck driver, then I called my parents when I go because I know they really have their mind on their children too much. There's so much care. I said, Mama, don't always put your mind on me or your children like that. If you do not put mind, what if the not kind of thing comes suddenly to you? What will you say? Just pray every morning and believe God in case of anything happens. So don't carry that too much in mind. And I programmed my mind the same way. When my father died, my director wanted to deceive me. I said, you should go home and they say your father wanted to see you. I said, I'm too big to tell this kind of thing. I've been taking care of that man. Is he dead? If he's dead, tell me. There's nothing now I never see. For 7 good years, tell me. Then, wow. Your son don't die. I said, thank you. That's a privilege.
You said thank you.
I said, thank you for giving me right information. Because deceiving me that time, I will have to travel to home to see her, only getting there. Maybe other arrangements I would have done. I'd rather leave it to going to village. But only time you see to give information, I know what I sent to the village. And at the time I said, listen, today, the children you have, it's not your own, it's God that gives to you. So what you do is prepare your mind, pray for them, I believe that to be anything you see, just take it to yourself. Because if you die, the thing continues. The only person I single out is an aged parent. But I like my mom. There's something that will happen when you talk to the sister bed. I said, don't just drop the news. You bring somebody, our uncle that she respects much and listens to. He came. Before you know, another person came. And we start talking like I see we are now relating, preaching, and that. From there, the thing was broken to her. There is no more shock. That's how you give them the news.
All
The
right.
elderly ones.
Thank you.
That's how I.
Thank you so much. So, from what he just said, I think the age of the person should also be put into consideration. The way a younger person would take a bad news, is it the same way an elderly person would take a bad news? Now, you see, for the elderly people, I've come to know over the years that they tend to sense things or feel things. I mean, from Nollywood movies, I've seen how sometimes something is happening to your child in another country or in another city. And where you are, you just feel it and you shout, Chimo. So, whether that feeling already prepares your mind for what is to come, I don't know. But like I said, some people are not good at handling bad news, and some people are not skilled when it comes to breaking the bad news. So is it the news itself? Or is it the manner it was broken? Why would people faint? Why will people have seizures? Why will people have cardiac arrest? Why will people even die upon receiving bad news? I once heard a story of a lady who died. They just told her, your husband don't die. She couldn't take it. And that was how she left. Now, while the medical professionals, those in the medical field, breaking bad news is an essential skill for all doctors. It is something they will do hundreds, if not thousands of times in their professional career. But not everybody is in the medical field. But bad news needs to be delivered to those concerned, no matter what it is. So how skilled are you in breaking bad news? And does the way a bad news is broken to you determine how you react to it? I'd like to read some of your messages on Facebook. Remember, the numbers are 0809-030-6416 for WhatsApp and Telegram, 0809-030-6416 for WhatsApp and Telegram number. For your messages only, call 070-0923-0923, 070-0923-0923. And then, of course, the WhatsApp and Telegram number, I just announced that. You can also call 0817-923-0002. While I sort out the WhatsApp messages, permit me to take this call. Nigerian friends, to you and welcome.
Thank you very much. Denise, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. I am following your program, and for me, it's based on the carrier.
The carrier of the news, okay?
Yes. It's based on the carrier of the news. On the contrary, my name is Kingsley.
Kingsley.
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, Kingsley.
So my own story is, I was 2016. While I was in school, that was my primary level. I know my mom was sick while I left, but she was sick for some time. And I didn't know that was the moment that I would be the last. That would been the last time I would have seen her. So when I left for school, that was the period we were writing our test for exams and all that. So and when I left, I didn't know that she had passed. And immediately I left, that was the week I left. And my family conceived the news. I mean, like they conceived it. They don't want to tell me. They go back. They just consider it because they know, because I already told them that it's a very critical moment for us in the school. So my cousin was the one that called me and broke the news to me. Honestly, that day was a very bad day for me. And I even rejected the news and all that. But eventually, after my exams and all that, I came back and the news was calmly broke to me. Then I take it calmly. You understand? So it depends on how the feeling and the person that's involved, how voting goes by. That's for me.
Okay. Thank you so much. Nigeria Info, good afternoon. Welcome.
Okay. Good afternoon. You're speaking with Charles from Port Harcourt.
Charles, you're welcome.
Okay. Now, in respect of what we are discussing, how people are you to break a sudden news to an individual patient. So it sometimes depends on how that person is close to you. There are some persons that if it doesn't attach any strong love or bond to that person, and you break the news, you just take it anyhow. But if you have maybe that person is the breadwinner or something, and you break that news, no matter whatever skill you use to pass that message, there will be a reaction. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I get you.
Hello?
I'm with
Yeah.
you.
So, like, sometimes some elderly people want to use parable to pass a message, a sad message, and people will get it and they will not feel it anyhow. But my own take on it is the relationship, how close, the love you have for that person. No matter how skillful are you, you pass that message. The person, the receiver, have a shock or it will cause a damage. That is my own take on it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So back to Facebook messages. Any Emmanuel says, me, I'm very skillful in that. They break news before they break. I even break it more than the broadcasters. Are you serious? I want to believe that is a sarcastic comment because, Osa says, DDW, just go to our police stations and see how policemen talk rudely to traumatize victims, relatives who are supposed to be treated with utmost care. Yeah, I heard. How did you say your brother was a criminal? Don't die. How did I wish you never bring up such issues, but I still understand. It still hurts thinking about the losses I have had and how I was informed. For me, it's how sad news are conveyed that matters most. Mrs. Ikoyo sent that in. I'm not skilled at all. I prefer to let someone else do the work. I remembered watching a clip of an interview with the actor Jim Iyke. He said when his mom died, nobody wanted to be the one to tell him that there is even one particular man in the family who is a designated bad news breaker for their family. But on that occasion, the man refused. Some people actually enjoy spreading bad news. You can see signs of such traits in comment section of some social media posts. 2 weeks before my mentor died, I was making a guest list, and as soon as I wrote her name, I just heard she wouldn't be there. And I knew at that point in my soul that she was about to die. I didn't consider, or maybe she'll be busy or anything. No, I knew the only thing that would prevent her from being a guest at my event was death. The morning she passed, I suddenly woke up with much earlier than usual and felt her presence. She was in a different country. Some hours later, I logged onto Facebook, and that was the first thing that greeted me. And when I asked, I was made to understand that the time I was feeling like she was around me was when she was passing. My consolation was that she thought enough to me to see me in spirit before she left. But for a long time after her passing, even if I was 2 weeks before, I felt lost. One of these days when I was still anchoring Chat Station, it usually starts at 1 o'clock. See, at about past 12, my dad called me. Now, his wife had been sick and she's been at the hospital. As soon as I saw his call, I said, this woman don't die. My dad would not call me at that time. Yeah, it was enough to be scared for him because he had his own health issues, but it was not that bad. He was not hospitalized. I had seen him a few days ago. I took him out on his birthday. That was in August 2019. And then I picked the call. And my dad said, she don't die. And I said, who don't die? He said, my wife now. She don't die. And I'm like, okay. All right. How are you? He said, well, we thank the Lord. And the call ended. And I came to work. And I was on air from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. that day. And to be honest, all I could think about was how my father was feeling. because apparently he was not at the hospital with her. He was at home. I think someone at the hospital must have broken the news to him. And then he also mentioned that his elder brother was already in Port Harcourt as we speak. I said, okay, fine. Thank God you're with your elder brother. So first thing in the morning, after my show, I arranged, I think I had to beg Jude to go with me because Jude was a man and he probably would understand how best in case, my father behaves in a certain type of way. So we went to UPTH and I saw my dad acting all strong and all that, but I knew deep within it was hurting. Now, in my head, I'm like, is it because of the kind of person my father is? This was his wife. And no matter what, for someone you have literally shared your life with, their passing should, make you, I don't know, maybe if it was the other way around, would his wife have felt differently or something? But we were there and we tried to get her to the morgue and everything. And I mean, it just opened my eyes to how in the twinkle of an eye, things could just change. You could just change, I beg your pardon. And not for the better, but for worse. And for a religious country like ours, when we hear certain news, we always pray for it not to be true. We say things like, God forbid. So some people's reactions would be, so thing don't happen. You say, they start calling people, say, let's pray. Things can be reversed. And then when I lost my own father, trust me, it was Jude that broke the news to me. Surprisingly. We all went there together, but he knew before I did. And he just came out and said, Denise, I'm sorry, we lost him. I'm like, lost who? Excuse me, oh Jare, let me go and see my fine boy and all that. I think it's the manner. It doesn't take away the fact that someone will hurt. It doesn't. It has happened. That's how we usually say it. I think it's how we say it. It's who says it. Some people break news and they are laughing. And you think you don't want to take them seriously. But they've just told you what it is. Our level of mental preparedness for some of these things will go a long way. Nobody prays for bad things to happen. I don't wish for bad things to happen to anyone. In fact, I follow you to say God forbid. However, we should learn to pass this news in such a way that we're not creating more problems after the initial problem that everyone needs to face. I'm Denise Dennis Wallo. Thank you so much for being a part of this conversation on X at Nigeria Info PH and Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Up next is Trending Stories, and thereafter everything else follows, like the FinTech Show and Talking Figures. Stay tuned to us.
You're tuned to your number one talk station, Nigeria Info. Welcome back to the show.